Cherie Glenn, this is Matt Morrow. We're going to get into the Meck 7 conference. First up, we have 3-2 Olympic traveling to 3-2 Harding. Olympic last lost to Alexander Central 55-28, while Harding lost to North Meck 24-15.
All right. So first off, let me get your thoughts on Harding's last game.
I think this was another instance of, them thinking that an 0-3 team was going to lay down for them, or an 0-2 team. Mm-hmm. And, they were 0-3. And I think, again, Harding has to come out every game fired up, ready to play, and not allow for so many mistakes. It wasn't until the second half that they actually got going. And it was, I think, too little too late for them.
Okay. And I agree. I agree with watching some of the highlights from that game and some of the tape that we've seen. That's a good assessment. Olympic losing to Alexander Central. I'm a little surprised at the score, but Alexander Central's a very good team up in that area. They run the wing tee really well. So obviously coming into this, the key for Olympic is they got to stop the run a lot better than they did last Friday. But the plus is they got exposed to some of those same concepts that they're going to see from Harding in the run game. Because Harding runs a different version of the wing tee, but a lot of the same concepts are used in some of the same plays and such. So it won't be completely foreign to them. I think the key for Harding, of course, you got to bounce back. It's money time now. It's conference time. Turnovers. Turnovers and special teams. They threw the pick 6 last week, and then they gave up a kickoff return on special teams. All 3 phases of the game are very important, and you can't give up points in those other 2 phases because the defense only gave up, a field goal?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the defense only gave up 3 points. So I think your defense plays really well, but you got to help them out. And like we said with earlier, you got to play complementary football. Every side's got to feed each other, and kind of the same thing happened with West Charlotte. That's how they lost that game, the other phases of the game. Yeah. Key player for Olympic, I think, is defensive end Marcus Fleming. He had a fumble return for a touchdown against East Meck. He's a very good pass rusher, so when Hardy goes back to throw the football, they got to know where he is at all times and make sure they get the ball out quick because that Olympic pass rush will come and get you. Conversely, the key for Harding, their key player, quarterback Jarrett Robinson. I think he's a very talented player. He's a tall kid, about 6'3", can stand in the pocket well and throw the football, but he's got to protect the football at the same time. You can't have fumbles, you can't have interceptions because, they put your team in a bind. If he plays a good game, it betters, of course, Harding's chances to win. Both teams at 3-2. Both coming off, somewhat disappointing losses. So which team is going to bounce back and be ready to go? Because, like we said, it's conference time and, you can't afford to have mistakes now because they end up costing you and they could keep you out of the playoffs. And I know both of these teams want to get there. So who's going to come out and get it done? We'll find out Friday night. Friday night is also J.B. Spurrier night at Harding. J.B. Spurrier was a long-time supporter of Harding Athletics for over 25 years. Did a lot for the Booster Club back in the day. We'll have a special halftime ceremony that I'll be involved in. So if you can't get into Mountain Creek, Vance, come on over to Harding Olympic and check that out.
All right. 0-5 South Meck traveling to 3-1 Ardrey Hill. South Meck last lost to Vance 49-7. Ardrey Hill won over Independence 43-30.
All right. So South Meck is conference time, and they're definitely battle tested, going through the rigors of their non-conference schedule. I think the key player to watch is defensive tackle Dave Brown. He was a Pet Man player. He's very strong at the point of attack. Sheds blocks well. Helps control the inside run game. That's going to be a big key against Ardrey Hill this week. I think the key player for Ardrey Hill is wide receiver Joshua Johnson. He wears number 9. He's a junior. He stood out to me when I watched him against Independence. He got the ball in his hands a few times. He had some wiggle and shake to him. He has some ability to, make big plays. And, you talk about the Ardrey Hill seniors that carry that team a lot. But, he's another guy that if you start keying in on those guys too much, he can come back and he can hurt you as well. You know, the Archie Kell is really good on offense, and you know, for South Meck, they've got to control the quarterback, Jarrett Joseph, dual threat guy. He throws it really well, and I think you got to find a way to get pressure on him, because when Independence was able to get pressure on him 2 weeks ago, they kind of disrupted some things that Archie Kell wanted to do offensively. They like to attack down the football field. It's not the same Archie Kell that you know you got used to seeing a little bit over the past couple of years. They're going to get it. And they got some guys that can get it done with Cedric Gray and Michael Hetzel as well. For South Meck, you got to be able to protect up front. Archie Kell is a good, talented outside linebacker in Casey Seegers, who will come and rush the passer a good bit. When South Meck's going back to throw the football, you got to know where he is, get the ball out quick. Get it out to your guys, get yardage 3 and 4 yards at a time. And keep the Archie Kell defense on the field. Keep their offense off the field. The longer this game goes with South Meck being close, the pressure goes to Archie Kell. They're expected to win it, of course, with the records and everything. Mm-hmm. But, you know, don't sleep on this South Meck team. They're going to be a lot better, you know, come this week. I put money on that.
Mm-hmm. All right. 2-2 West Meck traveling to Providence, 1-4. West Meck last lost to Hopewell 35-21. Mm-hmm. Providence lost to Butler 34-3.
All right. Key players to watch in this game for West Meck: running back Willie Hopper Jr. Watched him against West Charlotte. I know Jamari Taylor, you know, is the main guy there, but when he needs a break, Willie Hopper comes in, and this kid can run, man. I mean, he sees holes well. He can get in and out of cuts, and then make moves down the field, and you know, he's an impressive kid with the football in his hands. For Providence, his offensive lineman Jalen Brooks. He's a big 6'3" junior lineman. Believe he has a couple offers already. He should have more. I think he's a talented player. He's going to, you know, be there at Providence the next 2 years, and you know, I like to run behind him a good bit, you know, in their offense. And I think that's the key for Providence here, is that offense. 34-3 loss to Butler. They got to find a way to generate some points. They got some talented kids over there. I think Holland Stalling at quarterback is a good player. I think Jake Snap, #1, can play both sides of the ball. Is a good player. Get the ball in his hands and go to work. You know, I think they have the guys to get it done. It's just a matter of, you know, getting out there, you know, getting it done. Yeah. You look at West Meck, you know, losing to Hopewell, you know, a lot of people said, man, how do you lose to Hopewell? But like we said earlier, it's not the same Hopewell team. Yeah. You can't get down. You got to move on the next week, and next week is here now. Mm-hmm. I think for them, they got to get the ball to their playmakers quickly in space. And Coach Mata does a good job of that. But against this Providence team, they got a good defensive line. Mason Atkins can rush the passer well and also play the run. They got some guys that can get after it. So getting the ball out quick to those guys like Jamari Taylor, like we mentioned earlier, or even Willie Hopper on some screen passes. And then get them out in space and, you know, make Providence defend the whole football field. And see, you know, what that can get you. This is going to be a good game, though. I don't see either one of these teams running away with this game. This will be a good one to watch over at Providence Friday night.
All right.
And that's our So Meck 7 preview. Thanks for watching.